listeners, welcome back to Betty and Bonnie, the shit talking book slayers. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm Betty.
Yay! Happy New Year! Yeah, do you know what? I actually completely forgot that it was January 2026. I don't know why I thought it was still December, because the kids were like, why did you leave the decorations up? I'm like, because it's December. They're like,
No, it's
no, it's not. I'm like, shit, they're right. How was your Christmas anyway and your New Year? What did you do?
Really good, yeah. I know what you're saying about like the in-between. I have been at work, so I have still been on a bit of a schedule, but I get how you've missed it, especially if you don't like go out for New Year and stuff, because you're in that tween bit, like no one knows what fucking day it is, no one knows what time it is. You get out what you want, do whatever you want, you're just slobbing around your house.
Yeah.
All time. But I have been working, but from home, which has been nice, and it's not been
you've
too
been working at home?
Yeah, I work at home. The office is just dead. Loads of people will generally have Christmas off. I didn't have enough holiday to take because I used all my holiday on holidays. I had to work. But it's nice, it's quiet. I got to do some like personal learning stuff and all that shit. So yeah, that was good. But Christmas, worked all the way up until Christmas Eve, was off Christmas Eve. We went to Harry Potter Studios on Christmas Eve.
Fucking jealous.
It was so cool. I loved it. I liked it more than what I thought. I knew I was looking forward to going, but I definitely enjoyed it more than what I thought I was going to.
Is it the first time you've ever been?
First time I've been, yeah. We've been saying for years that we wanted to go. And then when I was looking at booking it, just happened that Christmas Eve was free. We was all free. So it's like, yeah, okay, we'll go Christmas Eve. I thought it was going to be super busy, like ridiculous.
Well, that's what I said.
And I think that it was. We were sort of waiting outside. We didn't want to go in too early because it does say don't arrive until 20 minutes before. And it's not until you get in that you see the big fuck off queue. And you only see half the queue as well. And then it goes really... But because my mum's on a crutch at the moment because she's got her fractured hips, really... The lady that works there, we'd only just sort of joined. We'd only been in the queue about 5 minutes. She come and grabbed us out and she took us round and we basically walked straight in.
Nice.
So handy because by the time my mum had got round there, we did sort of sit down and stop where we could, but there's not really a lot of places to sit down.
Yeah.
She really would have. If she'd we basically saved 45-minute queue in from that really nice lady, but I think so done in. But yeah, I was on like Diagon Alley. I went into Gringotts. That was really cool.
Yeah.
I nearly cried when I went into Diagon Alley. I'm not gonna lie. I just felt really overwhelmed. I was like, oh my god, like because the first film. I mean, I wasn't a kid when it came out. I was older, but it was just it really like took me back.
Well, you must have been a kid when all that stuff came out because I think the first movie came out. I was 18, 19, I think. So the books must have been out before that. You must have been at least a teenager.
I remember watching it with Sean, like Sean's Jack. Unless that was before that. Maybe it was when I was young.
When was Harry Potter books out?
Fuck,
books released.
Yeah, the film, not the book. I didn't do the book, so I wasn't a reader at that point.
I know, but the first book came out in 1997.
So when was the first film then?
I don't know. Movie. Maybe you are right. No, not books.
What year did the first film come out? Harry Potter. But yeah, what we also did was I didn't want to drive back because we had to go across the Dartford crossing, and I was like, Christmas Eve is like the worst day to do that. So we booked a Premier Inn, paid like 50 quid each. It was like 10 minutes away from Harry Potter Studios. It's in Watford. So we paid 50 quid per room. And at the time that I booked it, they had free breakfast off us. We had free breakfast. And in the morning, because it wasn't busy, the lady that works there, rather than us all, like, it was do a buffet, but this one, the hot food, they would come and like ask you what you wanted and then do your plate. She was like, oh, there's a little group here. Shall I just do your little buffet for the table? We had all like the hot serving things with like all like the hash brown, sausages, eggs. She brought it all out and we had like a little buffet on our table. It was fucking amazing.
It's incredible. What's the name of the place so people know?
It was Premier Inn, Watford North. It was very good. Actually, I'm not really one for always leaving feedback, but when I got an email with feedback, I put feedback for that lady because I just thought...
There you go. That's Betty approved right there.
Made it very special. And then we drove home that morning and there was no traffic. Well, there was...
Christmas, right?
But just, nothing. So then we still got home by like 10 and then had Christmas Day, obviously at home. Just a couple of chill days. Other than that, work. But that was great. Good Christmas. You? How was yours?
Caitlin came home Christmas Eve, so she was here. And me and Caitlin always put together the kids' stuff, like, during the day when the kids are, like, doing other stuff. So we did that. And I bought the kids what I thought was a small-ish basketball thing so they could throw little balls.
Yeah.
No, this is a full-sized arcade double one.
No!
it in the fucking basement because the board was like 3.5 feet wide. Fucking Caitlin's like, they have full-size balls, mum. How did you not know? I'm like, I thought it was a little one. Hey, yeah, no, it's fucking huge. And it took her 2.5 hours to build. I'm
But
like,
did you love it though? I bet you enjoyed playing that at Christmas.
well, we had to do it in the basement. You should see Peanut, okay? My daughter, she's 7, Trini. She's tiny, like itty bitty. And she's throwing these fucking balls and she's like, swish, nothing but fucking net every time.
Do you remember we used to play with my dad in the garden?
Yeah.
We
have a net outside too.
Yeah, every lunch break he would come home, and if we was at mine, we'd play like basketball for half hour. And we sat at the top of the garden, wouldn't we? And just be like,
Yeah.
every time. Could not do it now.
No, well, she beat me. This is like the first time she's done this, and because it has a timer thing on there, and nothing but fucking net. And she even managed to do one where it hit her rim, winning my basket. But she's already done another one, so it looked like she'd like double stacked. I'm like, how the hell are you moving so fast, you little weirdo? But it was so nice. Like, we talked to mum in the morning, we Skyped her. Oh, I guess not Skype now, it's WhatsApp, because Skype don't do that no more.
I always call it a Skype call, and it's not.
No, it's not a Skype call. We did it through WhatsApp. So we talked to mum. She watched them open their gifts.
Right.
Thomas is big on Lego. So I bought him this really beast of a Lego table with these 2 little chairs and all this Lego. And when he saw the table, he was like, oh, not again, a table. Until he realised it was a Lego table. But my mum was fucking dying of laughter because that took like ages to put together too, because the instructions weren't correct.
Yeah.
No, he was saying it says to put 5 and 6 together, but 5 and 6 are not even in the same area. So he had to look at all the pieces and figure out what was what based on the instructions rather than the numbers on the yeah.
Was he doing this on Christmas Day, or had you pre-done?
At Christmas Eve, so we put everything together so that the kids it's play ready. And Charlene, because she has autism, likes toddler toys. So she got this like DJ Bebo thing. And if you push the button down, it will record your voice talking at her. So she spent the whole morning screaming into it and then chasing us with it. And Thomas decided he wanted it. So now we have to find another fucking Bebo.
My God. You saying you didn't want another table, that just reminded me. I'm sure it was my mum gave you a Christmas present when you was younger, and I think it was clothes, and you was like, you opened it and you was like, oh, clothes, that's not present. And then that's not present, which you get for a younger kid.
That's one of my mum's favourite stories about me. And when I ate your mum's chocolates and I ate a bite out of each of them and put them back.
Yes, I've heard this, and you also managed to get out of your cot in the night and get yourself back in. I don't know if this is the chocolate night, but there was also one where you got cotton and you wrapped it around something. I don't know if
everybody know my baby story.
We were talking about this a little while ago, and but I think what they couldn't figure out is because you were still only a baby, they didn't know you could get out of the cot. So bearing in mind, the cot is obviously like the mattress, it's a bit higher on the inside than it is on the outside, but you've managed to get out and then get back in. So when they woke up, they didn't even know you'd been out until they see the destruction that was left behind.
Yeah. When she says cot, for anybody in the US, she means crib. Call them cots back home, because you've just said that and it makes it sound like a military, like a cot for military people, because that's what they. So I'm like, it's a crib. She means a crib.
See, this word, when I was reading The Housemaid, it kept saying cot, and I was like, why does it keep saying cot? I swear it uses that word.
Yeah,
it has like you said, like military.
Yeah, it's like a fold-up bed.
Yeah,
like a. I guess because I was an air cadet, we use cots all the time. You pack them up.
Did you call it here?
Yeah. Yeah, they call them cots too. I don't know. It's weird words when you move from like different regions. It took me ages to get used to that. Like even in reading books, like I noticed it because we were reading that John Mars book, and that he was obviously using a lot of UK words, and I'm like, and it was like, oh, it was almost like a jolt because I'm not used to that anymore. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I haven't seen someone call it that in years. You know what I mean? So fucking weird. I like it though, but you told me to go and read a book. You're like, what was it called? The Husband's Secret.
Did you do it?
Well, I got it on KU, but I really wanted the audio book because I'm like, I ain't got fucking time for that. But they had a load of other books called that, and I actually downloaded one. Yeah, well, there's one called The Husband's Secret by Leanne Moriarty. And you know what? I wouldn't have found it if it hadn't been for you. And that fucking book was great. Really enjoyed that. Yeah. And oh my God. So, because it recommended for the book that you recommended, it said, try this instead, The Favorite Sister by Jessica Knoll. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend it. It was It's supposed to be a thriller. I'd
Yeah.
say the last, like, 10% of the book is thriller adjacent. The rest of it is just narcissistic women backstabbing. Like, I don't know. I don't recommend it. Don't read it.
Please do read that Husband's Secret, though. It's so bad that it's good. I was actually laughing at all the turns, and I was literally like, am I reading 3 books? Am I reading 1 book? Like, what could possibly happen next? And he keeps topping it. And I'm not saying it's good, but it's bad that I don't think I had the experience that the writer might have wanted you to have, but I found it hilarious.
Well, it's
Unbelievable. Like, I need you to read it just so I know I'm not crazy.
okay.
'Cause
Well, I'm gonna do that for. I'm gonna do that. I'm also waiting for my copy of Butter.
please don't read about
7 weeks. No, I went to my psychological thrillers book group and I was like, hey, my cousin read this book for book club and they said it's like not really a thriller. And she was like, no, it's more like literary psychological, like a psychological fiction or something. I can't remember what she called it. So I'm going in with that mindset and I'm wondering if it's because you guys thought it was a thriller, that whether that's why you were disappointed.
I don't think we thought it was a thriller. Somebody recommended it. I think, like things pop up on TikTok and everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
It was like one of them.
Okay. Well, because a bunch of people said that they really enjoyed it. So I'm going
Really?
to see what I think. I'm going to go in with an open mind.
Just in case anyone wants the Husband's Secret that I'm talking about that I think is absolutely bonkers, it's by Franklin Christopher. If anyone wants to read it and send us their thoughts, because I'd love to hear what other people have to say about this book, honestly.
Does he have any other books on KU?
I don't know about on KU, but I'm sure that there is a second and a third book, and I am going to read the second book, even though I only 2-starred it because it got a bit mental. But I am going to read the second book because I just want to know what else he's going to come out with.
Yeah. I like books that do that. I do have it on KU. Like because I have so many books on KU right now, because I download the full max amount and I'm allowed. Like sometimes I don't even get round to them. But I just finished The Good Samaritan and I sent it back so that I could get that one. So I have it. I will get round to reading it, but if my NetGalley list is out of control. I don't know if it's ever happened to you where you've gotten into, we called it a book slump. So you read a book, it's kind of giving you a hangover and now you don't want to read or you can't find anything to like that you want to read. And I felt that way about, I call it eye reading now because audiobooks and reading. I couldn't settle to a book. So I have a book on my Kindle that I was supposed to finish. It's really bad because I was supposed to finish it in November and I still haven't finished it. Like that's how behind I am because I was just, audiobook was the only thing I could settle to.
Yeah.
So I'm so far behind. I've got like at least 12 books I need to finish by the end of January just to get back on a level playing field.
So these are like your review. So you've got like a time limit.
Well, a couple of them were supposed to be for December, so I'm not that far behind. Usually 4 weeks is the grace period, but I feel really bad because Paula Braxton's one of like, I love her, and this series that she's writing right now is so good. And The Cathedral of Lost Souls, it's not a bad book at all. I love it. I'm really enjoying it, but I just reading, like sitting down to actually just fucking read, it just felt like a chore.
Do you find it easier with an audiobook because you can get on and do stuff as well? That's what I like with audiobook. I do it when I'm getting ready in the morning because it's like mindless, like doing your hair, doing your makeup, like I do it in the car. I was saying to you earlier, I keep listening when I'm doing my food shopping, but then sometimes I'm thinking about, shit, do I need milk or did I need that? And then all of a sudden I've missed a bit, so I need to stop.
Yeah.
I think it needs, like housework, I think you can do it. Just sit down and listen to an audiobook, though. I'd have to be doing something.
Yeah, I can't either. Like my friend JC was like, I just sit in the chair and like, I'm like, I can't do that. Like I'm making bookmarks.
Yeah, like I don't know.
She shuts her eyes and just absorbs into the story. She just lays there, she shuts her eyes and she just lets the story overtake her. And I wished I could do that, but I feel unproductive and I hate being unproductive.
Yeah.
I make bookmarks. I was packaging orders over Christmas and I can't read and do that. Like I can't do it. I was in a slump. I can't hold this Kindle and read. But last night I did finish The Cathedral of Lost Souls. Like I think I have like maybe 10 minutes left of the book, but it's like the epilogue part. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm finished. And I'm ready for the next book. And I read John Mars. I read most of that in one go. And I'm wondering if that's why I couldn't settle to reading either, because that book was still on my mind. But then I forgot I hadn't finished it. Yeah, it was a weird month.
That book, I'll tell you now, that had so many like ups and downs. The first like 30% of that book, spoilers everybody. So it's about a lady who she works for the Samaritans, like she answers the phone, like they're there to talk to
Yeah.
you, they're there to listen. And obviously, so there's a lot about sort of suicide stuff. And there's like a two-person point of view. Well, I think it might have more towards the end, but there's two at the beginning. And when
Yeah.
it to the next person and they're talking about someone they loved that has committed suicide, I found that a bit hard, but I also
Yeah.
couldn't put it down. It made me like not emotional crying, but I could like it was getting to me. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I read to go to sleep, and I was like, I cannot read falling asleep to this. It's gonna no. So I had to read something else to go to sleep, and then I think I pretty much finished it almost the next day.
Yeah. It's definitely got a lot of triggers in the book. I'll give you that because there's abuse, like the suicide stuff for sure. Like there was other stuff too, like
When she's young,
emotional manipulation. Yeah.
Laura.
Her name's Laura, yeah, and his name's Ryan.
Yeah, so Laura, when she was younger, there was a lot of sort of things around abuse or stuff that could have happened. And
Yeah, but do you not notice that they think that she was lying about that? Like, I couldn't decide whether or not what happens in that foster home was real or not, based on what she said and based on what the information that was given out after. Like, did you think it really happened?
didn't even think that she was lying about that. I thought that she got jumbled and she'll take a situation and make it that she's better from it. Something similar might have happened, but she'll turn it. Like I think the whole thing with her son, she in her head made it that he was born with a
Yeah,
disability, whereas actually something happened when he was older. So I thought it
yeah.
was stuff like that. I thought that was true because so the guy, I can't remember his name. The guy that's
Brother?
yeah, the brother, the foster
Nate, right?
brother.
Michael. Well, she was calling him like two different names during
So
the
she
story.
calls him Nate, and then at the end you find out it's a different character, and then they link, don't they?
Well, no, it's the same. It's the same person. So it made it seem like Nate was her foster brother, and Michael. It felt like,
David,
oh,
wasn't
was
it?
it David? Yeah, Dave. Maybe it was David. I don't know. I didn't write that down. But the reason I say this is because they said that the foster mum, Sylvia, wanted to keep her, but she was so disruptive. She was bullying people at school. She'd done all this horrible stuff. And it just gotten to the point where she was manipulating the other kid that social services were coming to take her away. But she'd managed to convince the brother that something dangerous was happening and he pushed his mom and she cracked her head and died.
Yeah, I've totally missed that.
Yeah, so I spent the time going, that's what the official version said, that Sylvia was like, I want to keep her, but I can't. Like, there's all these things happening. She's doing these horrible stuff. They decided that she needed to be replaced, and she had convinced like the brother to to protect her. And he did, and that's how mum got hurt. He ended up in jail because he never says anything about being abused. Like, he was in jail, he comes out, he's basically homeless, right? And he's like taking drugs and whatnot.
Yeah, but I think that's why that story. I think that's why I didn't consider it, because that she says that he was abused when he was younger and that he protected her, and then when he got older, you would believe that that can happen to someone who comes from that situation and they use drugs and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't really question that. I thought that happened, like she went to foster places after, but that does make
No, they stuck her in a group home because they said she was narcissistic with sociopathic tendencies, and that's why she couldn't be around other foster people, and that's what the husband found behind the dryer. The
yeah,
documentation to state that she was absolutely certifiable.
totally just spun that another ex. See, this is the thing; it's got fucking layers.
Yeah, that's why, but it just had my fucking cogs going because I'm like, let's say that because I know that social services do cover stuff up like that. Like, it's not unheard of for them to take a bad situation and make it look like it wasn't happening. Like, the paperwork will say something else, right?
Yeah.
And did that make her go nuttier than squirrel shit? But to know that she was in that house with her, like her mum passed away, and her dad kills her siblings, but leaves her alive and kills himself. Like, that would be enough to fucking have. I'm sorry, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't. Was there a real explanation of why he left her alive?
well, he told her that you're a survivor, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
Just
you'll
make
be
sure
okay.
that you anchor yourself to your person,
Yeah.
which I thought was fucking cruel, man. If you not that I think he should have killed anybody, but if you're gonna do you really leave somebody alive to deal with that? Knowing they lost their mom, their dad, and their dad killed their siblings? Like,
And she's gonna find all of them,
happened.
or she's gonna find all of them as well and know that they've been dead in the house with her.
Yeah, it was a week. She was alone with them for a week before the police came.
Yeah, see,
I
that was
think that would be enough to psychologically damage anybody. And this was a question I actually asked you. Like, who do you think was the worst of the two, Laura or Ryan? Knowing what Laura went through as a child and that Ryan, like, I know he lost his wife, but who do you think was the most unhinged out of the pair of them?
See, the thing is, his is like all revenge. It's all motivated by revenge. So I don't know. I think, oh, it's really hard.
I know. I
Like,
went back and forth, back and
like
forth.
we can, like you said, we can say like how she is fucked up. Obviously, he's fucked up because he knows that this happened, and then knows that it might not have happened if it wasn't for her. But then that's like lengths that people will go to for revenge. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. And then all the like tit for tat stuff that they do, like she goes into his house and the way that it all neatly ties up when she takes the hammer, but you don't know at the time, and then at the end, this is the best John Miles book I think I've read so far.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. But I'm a big John Mars fan. I am. I love his work. Love it.
Yeah, so I think we spoke about this before. I downloaded a John Miles book. I think it's a family experiment. You was like, "Oh, you've read the first two," and I was like, "No, I didn't know there was a first two. It's the dark something."
Yeah, Dark Future. But they work as standalones. They do. I didn't read them in order.
Oh well, that's going to be my plan in 2026. I'm going to read those three books. So I've got the one anyway. So I don't know if I've read it. If I have, it's years ago. So I'm going to redo that. I'm going to do the Marriage Pact, which is the second one.
Well,
Which
that one.
That's on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm going to do that. And then already bought. It was like 99p for the third one that I got a little while ago. So I'm going to do that series.
Well, I think there's technically 6 books. I know that I don't know if they really put it into the trilogy, but they all interlink. Frick, what were
You
they
know what? Yeah,
called?
but when
Yeah.
I looked on Amazon, it did say book like 1 of 3.
Yeah. Well, I think that because that's the official, they're the official ones, but there are other books that kind of Easter egg off of each other. Because I
Oh,
read 6 in total.
maybe you'll have to let me do these first.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you got to do. But yeah, I didn't do any of them in order. Like, I think I started with the one. That's the only one I got right. And then I did what I would consider book 4. Then I did book 3. Then I did book 6. I did 5. And then I did 2. Like, it was all over the place. And it didn't matter. Like, it really didn't matter.
Good to know. I'm going to
Yeah.
do it.
I thoroughly enjoy his books. But that ending, like,
The ends, so many different. Do you know there were so many times in the book that I thought, why is there still so many pages left? Surely this is going to finish. Surely this is done. And then it just kept. And
got him.
yeah, it was a lot. I liked the ending. I liked the bonus chapter. So
I
think
did too.
when the book was originally released, I don't think it had that, and that's been added on since. So I read it on Kindle, so it was on there, and you had it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, I liked that bit as well. It was a really good read. It was one of those ones where you couldn't put it down.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm hoping that, because I know John Mars does like to do follow-on books, I'm hoping that he gives us Effie's story after she gets out of juvie.
That would be good.
Imagine the revenge because she is her mum. Like, she's just like her mum with the way she is. Could you
Yeah.
imagine her coming after her mum got away with all
Yeah.
that? Epic. And you could credit me in the credits, John. Okay, you just
For Stacey.
Bonnie. No, Betty and Bonnie.
For Bay and Bonnie. That would be.
And you write that one. Just put us in the credits. Epic. I absolutely loved it. Like, I literally wrote in the thing, I'm like, what the fuck did I just read?
Yeah. I saw your review on Goodreads and I felt the same. It was
Yeah.
like, sometimes when you've read a book and then you have to sit and just be like, did all of that just happen in that one book?
Yeah. There was so much going on. And you're right. I kind of wish we had deep dove this one because I think that we could have talked about this for a long effing time.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was going to ask you is how, like, everything that happened with Tony, like the husband, like he broke up his marriage based on finding that shit behind the tumble dryer, right? Like the
Mhm.
assessment that was done on her. Now, up until that point, I'm guessing that they had some form of a marriage. I know things had like stale between them a bit. But do you really think it's bad that something that happened all those years ago was the catalyst for him leaving her?
No, and you're right. I don't think there was an explanation so they've had 2 kids together. Oh no, 3, sorry.
3. Yeah, 3.
Together. at what point, like, there must have been stuff going on in between that for him to be like, "Right, that's why, because 'cause you're a fucking nut job." I mean,
Well,
but
it
it
said that they were having, like, issues, but every marriage has issues, like,
wasn't this though around the time when with the accident?
that no, this was the catalyst for the accident. They're arguing about
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they
yeah.
found when the kid came home and they didn't know he was there.
Yeah.
'Cause we talked about that, you were like, "Would a parent really drop off a fucking kid without seeing the other parent?"
This was the only hole in the story for me because I don't think that would happen.
I think it would. That's the funniest thing, like, if you're dropping a kid off and he gets out the car and you're parked, like, at the curb and you're watching him go to the door, like, ring the bell, and you wave from your car, you're trying to get back to your sick kid, like, I could see that being real. I could. The kid's like, "Oh, the door's probably open," goes, opens it, walks in, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. If it wasn't for that though, maybe I might need to change my star rating because I did 4, but it would have been like 4.5. I might change it to a 5. I'm changing it to a 5. I don't know
It
what else
was
I could have added.
brilliant. The only reason I didn't give it 5 was because I felt like Laura shouldn't have got away with all that stuff. I don't. I feel like there should have been something. Like, she needed a spank somewhere. And I'm hoping that this is why if he does another book, and he
Exactly.
does it
Yeah.
from Effie's, that Effie brings the fucking justice. Then it will be a 5 star. I need it. I need the vengeance. I felt bad for her. I felt like she had a really fucking rough go. But Christ almighty, did she have like a section of Delulu land, huh? Didn't even know they weren't living there? Had no fucking clue that they weren't there?
Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about then. Yeah, when that happened and you realise that that's what you're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's imagining she's like she can replace her mind and her memories with like what she thinks happening. She can convince herself that something else completely different
Yeah.
is going on in her life.
She obviously had a psychotic break. I know that she was trying to say that she had cancer and that's why like everything, that's why she
Mhm.
thought they were all like having problems. But she literally had convinced herself that all that stuff was really happening. Like, she was like and he even Easter eggs it in there. 'Cause he mentions about how she was making dinners for 4 and she was the only one eating it.
Yes,
And I'm
yeah.
like
But
and I'm
I'll
like,
be taking them out somewhere. I'll make enough and I'll leave it in case they want it.
"Yeah,
When you first read that, you don't really think
no,
that about it because that's normal. And you
I
find
know."
you're like, shit, yeah.
Yeah, he fooled the fuck out of me. I didn't and the best part for me was it was like, punch, didn't see that coming. Punch, punch, didn't see that coming. What the fuck does that matter? You can see that he left clues too, and I'm like, "Fuck, I missed every single one."
I like that. Like I said earlier, when it seems to tie together and you're like, shit, because of that.
Yeah.
It when it's not just comes out of nowhere and you're like, well, I wouldn't have known that. But yeah, I liked it a lot.
Oh my god, it was so good. Like, I think I'm gonna really enjoy the next one that's coming out too, because he's got a book dropping on the 20th. I have it. I'm so
Oh,
fucking excited. I got the audio copy, so I'm very excited. Oh, and I tried to get The Vacation, and I'm like, "That's not an audio book." I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever." I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them on KU, right? Like, he's
have you checked though? Because on mine, on KU, a lot of John Mars is audio as well.
we don't. For some reason, Canada does not have the audio rights the same way that the UK
Oh.
has their audio rights. Like, 'cause when I do my, influencing, I got a book from Penguin Random House Canada, and
Mm.
I'm like, "Cool." And they shipped me a paperback copy of it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is exciting." And then St. Martin's Press in the USA had the rights to the ebook, and they were like, "Here, do you want this?" I'm like, "The fuck's the difference?" It's all to do with licensing and rights. Like, that's why my influence program for St. Martin's Press has to be separate from the US one because they have different rights depending on where you live. And Quebec doesn't even get half the rights we get.
Oh my
It's
god.
fucking weird, yeah. I don't know if it's a French thing or what, but yeah, they were like, "You can't be in this program if you're in Quebec."
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
"It's
that's
fucking
a
weird."
shame. Sometimes I do like before I found Libby or sorted out my Libby, I did used to audio from Kindle Unlimited
Kindle.
times, and it was on Mars. I've done a couple of them on there.
Yeah, I don't know. The US has it. A lot of the Kindle, a lot of them come with Kindle. No, a lot of ours do not come with audio. We have to. Now, what they'll do is they'll say, "Hey, if you read it on KU, you can buy the audio book for like I think it's like $1 or $2. Like if you do it, you can buy it, But no, it doesn't. We can't just listen. I don't know. Just we can't.
Sad for you, good for me.
Sad thing.
Have you got any other book
Not
plans 2026? Anything
uh,
like it's just for you?
well, I've done my always do a Goodreads reading challenge, and I try and do all their like diverse things with the bookmarks. I don't know if you saw them where it's like, did you read a book for Heritage Month? Did you do a
Uh,
you know
no?
yeah, so they have all these extra things, and I do try and do all of those too, and it that helps me like push my boundaries a little further for books that I wouldn't read. And they had one for Black History Month. I don't know if you've ever read Octavia Butler.
No?
Oh my fucking god. Okay, so I read my very first Octavia Butler book last year, and it was called Kindred. And I was expecting like because she's and I probably this was probably so like racist of me, but I assumed it was going to be like slave stuff, right? Like 'cause
Mm.
she's an author of color. Fuck no. She wrote about this like colored women, and it's modern day like 70s or 80s, whatever it was. And she was going back in time by accident to her great grandfather, who every time he got into peril was pulling her from the future into the past to basically rescue him. So she was going back into a past where black people are like, slaves, and he's white. So she didn't know that. Yeah. And then she's like having to try and like work out how to get home. And it was brilliant. I was fucking gripped. So I'm gonna prioritize reading some more of her books this year. And I'm definitely like I've set 150 books, which is pathetic because I do way more than that. But I want to do more independent authors. I want to read books that haven't been published by publishers. More of that. So that's my
Yeah.
plan for 2020. What about you?
I've set my Goodreads reading challenge. I set 50 for this year. It's the first year that I've done one, and I've only sort of got back into reading quite a lot last couple of years. So I
Yeah.
set 50, I did 85, so I was really pleased with that. So
Yeah.
I'm 125 for next year, which I think I'll get there. Well, hopefully I'll get there because audiobooks, I think
Yes.
I'm more in December than what I have done before, and I think it's the audiobook. I'm going to try. That will be quite a challenge for me, but we will see. The kids for Christmas got me a set of 4 Riley Sager books.
Oh,
So I'm so excited. But the only one left, Home After Dark. Can't remember the
that
other
one.
House Across the Lake, maybe. And there's
Yep.
another one. So I want to get through those. I brought myself the Eddie Flynn series, Steve Kavanagh. There's about 6 or 7 books in that.
Yeah, do you know what? Lots of people on my Bookstagram that I follow absolutely fucking love that series. Love it with a passion. Love it.
Been meaning to read one for ages. I think 13 kept popping up a lot. And then I
Yeah,
realised it was a series, and I was like,
yeah.
I need to read. And then it kind of just getting sort of put to the wayside because it was, I need to buy the series. Do I want to do that? And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to. So I've got it for myself just before Christmas. So
Nice.
do that. And I have written down more Andrea Mara because I read one of her books and I really liked it. Or did I listen to it? I think I audiobooked it.
I don't think I've actually done any of her books. Have you read The Thursday Murder Club? Because I know it's a movie. Okay, so I think the author must have just dropped a book and everyone was raving about it. And I'm like, I want to watch the movie, but I want to read the books first. It's like these 4 old farts, they all live in like a senior home and they
Yeah.
solve murders, they solve crimes that have already happened and then they get caught up in a real one. I'm absolutely fucking hooked. I love it. I love it.
Yes, I will. I bet that's not on
They're
Kindle.
like little armchair detectives, but they're all older, and I'm absolutely fucking enamored. I love it. And oh my god, okay. Do you know what I said to you about doing maybe a Stephen King thriller because he has
Yeah.
thrillers? Okay, so there's a TV show on Netflix called Mr. Mercedes. Okay, and I'm like, we start watching it, and I'm like, fuck, I think this is the Bill Hodge books. Like what I was saying to you about like doing
Mhm.
one of those. Oh my god, it's so fucking unhinged, so fucking unhinged. Like we're about 5 or 6 episodes in, and Mike's like, if this is how bad the show is, like how like we're both just kind of looking at each other, we're fucking like, oh my god. He's like, how bad are the books going to be? And I'm kind of afraid now to even buy them.
So what is it?
It's so it's a book series. It's Bill Hodges. Stephen King wrote a trilogy. So it's like Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers, and then I think the last was like In the End or something. And it's
Okay.
about this. So he's a retired cop, and he's retired because the Mercedes killer drove through a job fair where everyone was standing outside and killed a bunch of people with a car. And this crime was the one that he got obsessed with, and he ended up like drinking, and so they made him go into early retirement. Well, the killer, because he wasn't caught, starts taunting him. It's like
Okay.
sending him messages, and oh my god, like the clip on the TV was like he sent him this like video clip, and he's like, and It's like, you want to be up my ass, and it's got like a little character dude, and it's got another dude going up his butt. He's like, oh yeah, baby, feed it to me like that. That's how daddy like. Yeah, me and Michael like, really, you picked the worst shit to watch before bed, and we almost were like, I don't know if we can do this. It's really quite something. But it's got Mad Eye Moody in it. He's like the lead detective dude, and I'm like, and he's so funny, and it is, yeah. I'm grossly like, yeah, I'm hooked.
But you feel like you don't want to watch when you speak about something like that. You're like, why would you watch that? But when you're watching it, you're like, can't look away.
No, I can't. It was, yeah, it's Mike's like, if that baby dies, I'm not watching it. And then the baby dies, and he's like,
No.
well, yeah, yeah. It's
My
now I'm
mum,
like, fuck, do I want to do these books knowing just how bad the show is? And the shows and movies are never quite as good as the books. So could you imagine how unhinged Stephen King must have been writing this shit? Because there's incest and everything in this fucking show.
oh my God.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Well, we'll come back to Stephen King when we
Yeah,
discuss.
at some point. Like, he's done a lot of thrillers. Like, there's a spin-off character from this book series called Holly, and she's got her own little book thing. We could probably move away from the really graphic stuff and over there.
I mean, I'm up for reading anything. Push the boundaries. Why not?
Oh, this is going to be a boundary you probably didn't even know you had. Because I know you read thrillers. I love thrillers. I like really fucking gross shit. And I was kind of like,
Ew.
yeah, I was like, me and Mike kept looking at each other, and he's like, are we going to carry on? I'm like, yeah. Like, and normally we eat at bedtime. We have not been eating at bedtime since the start. No. So I highly recommend the Netflix show if you haven't watched it yet.
What is it called on Netflix?
Mr. Mercedes. Just the first episode, you're going to be like, what is wrong with you? I can guarantee you're going to be like, I think I need to say that we're not related anymore. I'm not joking, Jack. I'm not.
What's worse is now I'm intrigued and I'm like, I feel like I need to see this shit.
Just have a little look-see. Just have a little look, okay? Because I don't want to be in this bubble by myself.
I'll try. I am trying to do dry January, so
There you go.
I've got some weekends free probably.
Just try and hopefully you have it on your Netflix. Because I know sometimes mum's like, have you watched this? I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, that happens to us a lot. Mum's like, hey, did you watch this? I'm like, we don't have it on ours. She's like, what?
Do you know what is coming out on it's coming out on our Netflix? I don't know if you've ever read there's an Alice Feeney, His and Hers, and the book was really good.
I like the book.
It's coming out. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I've read the book.
No, 8th of January, I think the series comes out on Netflix.
Okay, I'll have a look. Hopefully we get it. Sometimes we get gypped really hard over here, but sometimes you do too. Like, I've noticed that sometimes the UK don't get stuff.
Yeah.
Good. Just try. Just watch a little bit.
Okay, I'm scared. I've got no one to watch it with either.
Oh, it don't help to have someone next to you. It don't help.
Daytime when the sun's out, it'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe do that. It's not like scary. It's just kind of like really disturbing, like really fucking disturbing. Like, this guy's mind, he's twisted as fuck, and then some.
Okay, I will.
I'm like, I have the books in my Amazon cart, and I'm like, shall I do it? And Mike's kind of looking at me, and we're like, do we really want to know how really bad it is? Yeah, The Witcher. It's nice actually, because he read in bed with me last night. Like, we read for about an hour before we watched TV, and he's reading the Witcher series. He used to read a lot. Now he really doesn't. But he wants to get back into it. So I was like, yay! Handsome. He wears his glasses. He looks so fucking cute. If you guys want to know more about us, we have our social medias. We have an Instagram page, which is instagram.com/Betty and Bonny Bookslayers. We have a Facebook page, which is at Betty and Bonny Bookslayers. We have a TikTok at Betty and Bonny. We actually have a book merch store now too, and I don't remember the name of it. So it's Betty and Bonny Bookslayers.square.site, and you will literally be able to buy our official merchandise. I'm just about to start loading it today. You'll be able to buy bookmarks with the podcast name on there. Anything thriller, horror, true crime, mystery based in book merch, you'll be able to find on our store going forward today. There is stuff on there. It's not all there yet. And we have an email address if you want to send us any of your submissions, book brass requests. Maybe you want to be a co-host. Who the fuck knows? It's Betty and Bonny Bookslayers at gmail.com. You can find us on Spotify at Betty and Bonny Bookslayers, and Amazon, Apple, fuck, where else, Jack?
Fucking everywhere. We're
everywhere.
Just Google us, you'll find us.
We are everywhere. And Jack also came up with a website. What was the website's name again? I don't think I wrote it down.
Put me on the spot. think it's just Betty and Bonnie Bookslayers.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was that, but I was like, I was going to write it down, then I forgot. And the other thing you can do right now is something called Buy Me a Coffee. So it's buymeacoffee.com/bookpod. And we actually put it on there, buy us a book, because I thought that was like cuter than the coffee thing. If you want to buy us a coffee, you go ahead and buy us a coffee. The link will be in the descriptions below.
It's been lovely catching up with you.
I know, I love it too. I love sharing the book thing with you because I haven't really had that before. So this is really, really nice. I'm really enjoying this.
It's good that we both read a lot at the minute, so we always have lots of different books to talk about and recommend. And it's always nice to have someone recommend you a book.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We hope that you've had a really good new year and that your 2026 is the best reading year yet. We hope that you have the reading week that you deserve, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks when we are doing what book are we doing?
Girls.
That's right. I bought paperback because I'm that extra.
Nice.
Take care, readers.
See you later.